absolutely devastates so many people who are just barely hanging on, small businesses, employees, just people whose livelihoods are going to be impacted. It's a mess down here. I mean, I've been caught up in some of the contact tracing errors myself. I was in quarantine yesterday because I got a text message in the morning saying you're a close contact. You must do 14 days quarantine, and you know this message is real because we've already contacted you and told you to expect this text message. Well, no one has contacted me. I first presumed it was a fake message. Then it's thought, no, this looks real. I better call up the Department of Health. And I did that, spent 3 hours on hold, and I wonder how many people would have wasted 3 hours on hold. Eventually got through to someone who couldn't help me, but they escalated the matter. But anyway, long story short, I haven't been in close contact. I don't need to quarantine, but they messed up my details with somebody else's in the system, a nurse at a major hospital. So when I established them that I wasn't a nurse at a major hospital, they were satisfied and said, yep, you can leave the house again. But I just wonder how many other people have gone through this, and the contact tracing here is very different to New South Wales. You guys are on top of it. You pretty much know where every case comes from. We don't, and that's a big part of the problem.
It is. Look at the situation. Our producer, you for a while today thought you might be having to go into...
well, I was in quarantine yesterday.
Yeah, you were, and now you're out of it because it was a false contact. Our producer, Felix, in his house, there's somebody who went and got a COVID test, and while they're waiting for the results, which will probably be tomorrow, he's producing the show from his home. I see Lee Sales from the ABC. She's in the same position I was 2 Mondays ago, where she woke up with a sniffle, thought, you know what, to be safe, she's gone to RPA, she's had a test, and she's presented her show from home. So everyone is trying to be as safe as possible. Can we just touch on a couple of things that have happened where there was a police officer beaten by a woman after she was asked to wear a mask? There were other people flouting the rules. This is the Police Commissioner in Victoria, Shane Patton, talking about some of that. Have a listen.
That behaviour is just totally unacceptable. That's someone who thinks they're above the law. 3 or 4 occasions in the past week, we've had to smash the windows of people in cars and pull them out of there so they could provide their details because they weren't telling us where they were going.
Yeah, and Wayne Gatt from the Police Association saying on the same subject.
That's horrible conduct. It's not human-like, to be quite honest. Hold your head in shame. That's a horrible way to treat first responders on the front line of a pandemic situation.
Yeah, and look, Rita, the police